ask you this. Not to sound into politics, but whatever. In terms of they took it from us, what I've learned from working with supervisors and city council members or whatnot is that they kind of allocate and bring in the money and distribute it. And so, to my understanding, there has been a lot of leadership in Compton who have been primarily us, right? With us, who have been responsible for the allocation of our funds. And so when we say they took it from us, that's why I said who. So if our people were in control of our city, then who is really responsible for the outcome?
Us.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. It's us, right?
Okay.
When you go to Compton City Council meetings, it's all black people up there for the most part, right? And a lot of them they have grandkids that are gang members. But you gotta understand something about people, just people in general. People are out for themselves, right? So even now, it's extremely hard to get anything done in the city of Compton. Extremely hard, especially if it's positive. They're not trying to hear it because it takes from them. Who wants? I don't want nobody taking from me to give to give to them, right? And that's how they looking at it. You're not going to take from this. I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do to build my career to further me. But in reality, are they really here for the city? No, they're here for self-gratification to get to climb that ladder that they trying to climb, regardless of who they have to step over to get there. And it's unfortunate that it's our people doing it, but that's how it is, you know.
True. I wanted to make sure we touched on that because we have to, as a people, take accountability for our responsibilities.
Absolutely.
Right? Why do you feel like it's important for us to talk about the challenges that our community is facing when it comes to gangs and the impact that it has in Compton? Like, why is it important for us to talk about it?
Awareness. It's awareness. If you're not aware, if I start a company and nobody knows about it, it's not going to do very well, right? So making people aware of my company is how my company is built. It's how I become financially stable. So same thing with the gang life. If people are not aware, because I promise you this, I promise you, it's a lot of people in the world that think a lot of things that they see on TV is just TV. Some people take it for entertainment. Some people take it wholeheartedly, especially back in the days. Nowadays, it's kind of pushed out there. It's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. So if you don't make the masses aware of the struggles that are going on the inner cities, how will they know?
Okay. So you think the masses don't know what's going on here?
No. Not like they used to.
And I'm glad you said that. What is it that's going to separate the Against All Odds docuseries from all these other docuseries that think, or I'm sorry, excuse me, gonna get controversial there, that have used media to show Compton? Like, what's the difference? Because awareness, right? So there has been many documentaries and series about Compton and this and that. So what is it that we are going to share through this docuseries that is going to make the world truly aware of the genuinity that was going on in Compton?
The thing is this: when you watch these docuseries from a lot of these dudes, they still glorifying. They they glorifying what we're doing. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to explain to you that that's not the way to go. So when you watch these, and trust me, I've watched all. If it has something to do with this city, I've watched it. I've watched them all, and most of it, 90% of it is the glorification of the gangs, or we spending time with the Pyrus today, and we spending time with the Crips, or we spending time with this neighborhood and that neighborhood. It's the glorification. You see these dudes holding guns and for me it's like, bro, what the hell is y'all doing? You telling. The way I was raised, that's telling. Right? So the difference between this is we're not trying to glorify anything. We understand that this is something that is a cancer. We understand that it's something that is misguided. We understand that, and they'll, you know, when you're young, you cling. It's human nature to want to be accepted by other human beings, right? And the gangs do that. They give you a brotherhood, right? A sisterhood, whatever you want to call it. They give you that, and that's why gangs were so attractive growing up, because it's giving you something that you're lacking, whether in your home or in your family, wherever the case may be, and you cling to it because psychologically it's human nature to want to be accepted and part of something, right? I didn't understand this until I started taking classes in college when it came to psychology, and it opened my eyes to a lot. And I started to understand why the gangs for me were so attractive, right? It was my mother raised me. The streets was my father, period. So the older dudes in the neighborhood showed me everything that I knew. And it got to a point to where, you know, that's who I looked up to as my father figures. It was the streets. A woman can't raise a man no matter how hard she tries. She just can't. It's certain things that men have to teach men. And, you know, unfortunately, you have a lot of mothers raising men, young men trying to raise young men and have no idea how to do it. So they do their best they can. And sometimes they underdo it, sometimes they overdo it. When we was growing up, that was kind of the thing. Us as being fathers, we're more prevalent in our children's lives because we understand, right? We understood. So prisons have taken us away from our children, more so then than now. But right now it's like we have to kind of, for this document, we have to show the world that glorifying where we come from is not going to help us. It's still going to keep us locked in this box. And for me, awareness is the only way to unlock that box, to show them that it's more to Compton than just guns and rags. You know, so.
I got you. I'm going to, just one question that's outside of the question, but you brought up something. When you speak of awareness and what this doc is going to bring, another part of an awareness that we want to share is awareness but relatability.
Absolutely. With
the mothers who have, deep breath, who have lost their children.
Absolutely.
However, we have found a reluctance when it comes to that. Like, just think if we've interviewed maybe 70 members of different sections or whatever, not members, but you know what I mean, people out of Compton, right? The mothers have not been as forthcoming. Can you talk on that?
The reason why is because I can speak for my mother personally. When I presented her with it, is she don't want to relive that. Right? This is not something that I want to talk about. It's not something I want to relive. Because when you send a person, like I lost a brother in the streets, right? I lost a sister in the streets. So for my mother, for her, it's more like, I don't want to relive that. Wow. Who wants to, you know, what mother wants to relive their children? We're brought on this earth for us to be buried by our children, not to bury our children. So for any mother that has gone through tragedy such as this, they have to relive that. But the thing is this, right? Even with the mothers having to relive it, the fathers having to relive it, the brothers, the sisters have to relive this stuff, right? Mothers are much more impactful, if you ask me. Just think, Mother's Day is Sunday, right? You're going to see, you go out here right now, it's every corner got roses and teddy bears and all that. But Father's Day, there won't be one person on the corner, right? So No, I'm just being honest, right? So mothers in all cultures have always been held at a higher standard.